Let's stop amplifying challenges and making them excuses, but let's start using challenges as opportunities to prove ourselves.
Welcome to Impact and Fulfillment with Coach Mike D, where you'll gain practical wisdom and dynamic insight from amazing conversations to live your best life.
What's going on, y'all? This is Coach Mike D with another episode of Impact and Fulfillment. Pray y'all are doing well, having an amazing day, and just are doing things, right? Doing things that matter, doing things that you are aligned with, doing things that you are supposed to do, okay? And in doing things, I'm also hoping and praying that you're not allowing challenges to stop you. You know, today's quick message is one that I think is extremely necessary. Let's not amplify challenges and turn them into excuses. Let's use challenges as opportunities to prove ourselves. Let's stop amplifying challenges and making them excuses, but let's start using challenges as opportunities to prove ourselves. You know, every last one of us can sit back and really think about a challenge that we're faced, right? Maybe it's how we were raised. Maybe we grew up in a challenging environment. Maybe we have had a challenging home dynamic. Maybe we've had some financial struggles. Maybe we've had relationship issues. Maybe we've been challenged with some type of physical or mental disability or something that's caused us to have to do things a little different than everybody else, right? These are all notable challenges that people face. Challenges. But the thing is, and this is something that's being that I've recognized across the board, when you analyze high performance individuals, when you study high performance people across the board, they do not allow challenges to become excuses. Challenges become an opportunity for them to show what they're made of. And what's interesting, a lot of times the people who are actually the most challenged are those that do not use their challenges as an excuse. Hear that again. Those that are the most challenged at times are the ones that do not use that challenge as an excuse. And on paper, they would probably be the ones that you would say, if anybody's going to use this as an excuse, they should. But in a lot of instances, they're the last ones to do so. You'll see individuals who may have a physical handicap. Like, I was coming across this profile not long ago of an individual. I think he had an accident and became paralyzed. And I was watching all the things that he was learning how to do, the things that he was pushing his body on, navigating and moving around, and how to maneuver and do different things, even though he was paralyzed. It was mind blowing to me. But I also thought about how a lot of people in that same circumstance, and maybe even myself in that same circumstance, if I would have that same level of resolve. And it really convicted me to really think about this concept of using challenges to serve as opportunities to prove ourselves, not using challenges to become an excuse. Because truthfully, if we really take an inventory of all the challenges we're currently faced, oh yeah, we can find excuses. We can build these challenges up to be excuses, but we can also reframe them into opportunities. In full transparency, I think a lot of us really need to focus on the reframing of challenges, because everybody has them. Now, granted, you might not have the same challenges as the next man or the next woman, but the reality is they have challenges too. And who are you to say or think that your challenge is any worse than the next person's challenge? Or who's to say that that person's any better than you are? nobody can say that because we're all dealing with our own issues. We're all dealing with our own demons. We're all dealing with our own, scenarios that we think are potentially insurmountable. Every last one of us. That's the thing that's so interesting as you connect with high performers, as you connect with, key opinion leaders or celebrities or whatever, and you sit down and have conversations and you really get to the root of a lot of things. You come to realize that, dang, they're struggling too. They present well. They might not be struggling financially, but they're struggling in another area. They might not be struggling in their marriage or with their children, but they're struggling in another area. They might not be struggling on the job or professionally, but they're struggling in another area. They might not be struggling over here, but they're struggling over there. There is a struggle. There's a silent struggle for everyone. Now, the question is, does that silent struggle have the ability to derail you from what it is you're called to do? Again, we need to reframe challenges. Let's stop amplifying challenges into excuses and start using challenges as an opportunity to prove ourselves. And I think if we can really make that commitment, you may surprise yourself. You may come to realize that, this challenge was thrown in my direction, not to derail me, but to actually give me that boost of confidence so that I know that I'm capable of something. Because truthfully, for some of us, without those challenges, we'll never push the limits. Until somebody says you can't do it, that's the moment for a lot of people in which they go and try to do it. Until somebody basically kicks the safety net from up under you, that you don't figure out a way to make it happen. And then you come to realize that, man, I had all the solutions right here with me all along. I just had to dig in. I just had to dig deep. I just had to get to the point where I was willing to reframe this challenge into an opportunity to prove myself. No longer am I going to allow challenges to become excuses. So I would like everybody listening to this podcast episode with me right now to say, I refuse to allow challenges to be amplified in my life to excuses. I refuse to allow challenges in my life to be amplified into excuses. And now I want you to say, I will use challenges as an opportunity to prove my worth. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. And let's have a good time in the process. All right. Well, hey, as always, y'all grab a copy of my book, The 33 Laws of Impact and Fulfillment. Hey, you can also grab a copy of my book, The Dynamic Black Fatherhood Manifesto, or my first book that I wrote way back in 2015, Abe, Always Be Engaged, The 7 Keys to Living a Fit Urban Life. All three are currently available on Amazon. Search them up. Search for Mike Dorsey. Grab a copy of one of those books. Let me know what you think about them. Follow Coach Mike D on social. And until next time, y'all be blessed, well, and wise. And I'll holler at you. Peace.
I really hope you enjoyed today's episode. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and follow Coach Mike D everywhere on social media. Y'all be blessed, well, and wise.